Good morning, my friends. It's Friday. I know we're still in our homes as ever. I know this quarantine thing has been going on since pretty much last week, and I know a lot of people are starting to wonder when are we ever going to get out? Whenever we're going to see the sun shine like it always does, and to be pretty much when is this thing going to ever end? I know I'm thinking of the same thing too. I mean, I don't know how to take it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I pretty much have been feeling. I feel like we're never gonna. I don't know what to say. Being quarantined is one thing, but being in your home for the past couple of days, that's pretty much another. And right now, being in our homes for the past couple of days, I know a lot of people are starting to wonder when are we ever going to get out? When are we ever going to witness? When are we going to see outside? When are we ever going to see the sun? Is this ever going to come to an end? I know I wish this came to an end right now because a lot of people are not enjoying being in their homes. Plus, I got a call from one of my bosses yesterday that the store that I work at in Westfield has been closed down until further notice because of this. So I'm doing everything I can to survive, but while I'm quarantining in my home, here I am making videos of me reading my poems to you guys to keep you entertained and occupied. I know you all don't like being quarantined. Heck, I don't even like being quarantined, but it's the only way we can stay safe until this thing comes straight to an end. And right now, all we can do is just stay safe and hope that something does come to an end eventually. So here I am this morning today making another video. This will be part 5 of me reading my poems to you guys, and I believe I may have some more for you guys to enjoy hearing today. Actually, I won't say enjoy hearing. I may have some for you guys. Actually, I'm just gonna say I may have some poems that I have you guys. All right. I may have some poems for you guys to enjoy listening and hear today, just to keep you entertained and occupied while you're being quarantined. I know you don't like this at all, neither do I, but we gotta find something to keep us going while we're pretty much quarantined. Alright, so here we go read my as I read more poems to you guys. Let's see what I have for today. Alright, my friends. I have one on a very specific WWE Superstar. Now, you all may have known him during his time with Evolution. When he first came to the group, Triple H saw something inside this dude, saw him becoming the main star of the WWE. And then a rivalry with Triple H, let me correct that. Then a rivalry between those two really escalated when it first came to the World Heavyweight title, then came to tag team battles, and then became very personal when it came to this superstar wanting to get even on the game for what he did to him when he first scored the World Heavyweight title. And then the next thing you know, he went on to create his own persona. He became something you've never seen before. He'd be the kind of dude you've never witnessed. I mean, the same dude that took out HBK and then pretty much took out Superstars with his own new secret weapon that involved a severe kick straight to the head and would send Superstars to the emergency room and have them be out for weeks, days, weeks, maybe even months. Yeah, so this WWE Superstar I'm about to read you a poem happens to be someone we all know, the very same dude that Edge is looking forward to get even on at this year's WrestleMania. That's if WrestleMania does happen, to be honest with you. Because I got a feeling it might not happen, and they might have to cut the matches that could be happening at this year's WrestleMania. So, this poem I'm about to read you is based on the WWE Superstar, the very same dude who has an answer that goes like, how can I say this? I hear voices in my head. They come to me. They understand. They talk to me. And you all know his theme very much. Sang by rock and roll band Red Theory. Yeah. Excuse me for a minute. Alright, yeah. Yeah, so this poem is based on the WWE Superstar, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, the Viper himself, Randy Orton. And the name of the poem that I have written about him is called Diary of a Deranged Viper. I have seen Randy Orton where a severe side. This one never intends to hide. His true colors were awake from the time he became a deranged snake. He has done things that were never the same. There's a reason he earned the Viper as a nickname. Me, an individual that is so sick, destruction is his famous trick. His eyes have a story to tell, which never seems to end well. The Viper has done dangerous things before. His fangs always have something in store. Evolution is where he got his start, as he ascended along to the next part. Everyone watched him as he grew, turning into something you never knew. RKO, that's right, RKO, his finisher. RKO is the finisher he creates that led him to his survival fate. The voices come as he would hear, because he is no stranger to fear. You can't keep the Viper in a cage. Beware of the next page. To be honest, once you witness the bite, you'll know what to write. Beware the eyes of a vicious Viper as venom runs through his veins. And get ready as I show you the picture of the Viper. You may notice his old logo of his t-shirt. That's right, that's him with the gas mask. Hold on, yeah. That's him with the... Oh, wait, hold on, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. That's him with the gas mask. You'll notice his Viper eyes, as ever. Alright, today, that was it. Actually, yeah, that was the poem, Diary of a Deranged Viper, based on WWE Superstar, Randy Orton. Alright, let me see if I can find another poem for us to I can read to you guys for today. Alright, I have one. And this is based on a dude that was once in WWE, but also known in TNA wrestling. When he first went to TNA, he was known as Jeff Jarrett's insurance policy, only to face Jeff Jarrett for the World Heavyweight title at Bound for Glory 2005. And then since then, he went on to do his own thing. He went out by himself and became a hero. I mean, I remember his matches, including the rivalries that he had, like the Falls Count Anywhere match with Abyss, the 8 Mile Street fight, and the 6 Sides of Steel with barbed wire with Christian Cage. And then there was the Elevation X match with AJ Styles. Yeah, this dude I've always enjoyed watching, especially during his time in TNA wrestling. And he has a very, very sick finisher that you all may know, where every time you see him going for it, you will all yell it out. And I think you noticed it went something like this. It'd be like, "Gore! Gore! Gore!" That's right. The name of the dude that I've written this poem about happens to be the War Machine, or as you like to call him, the Gore Machine himself, Rhino. And you've also may have witnessed him in a few Monster Balls matches, like the one from 2005 and the one from 2007. So here we go as I read a poem about this dude and his finisher. I call this poem, Beware the Gore. The Gore. Yeah, Beware the Gore. The War Machine has been awake, along with a promise to make. He has something that will hit you hard the minute you enter his yard. This finisher is so sick. He will end you very quick. Rhino is no stranger to the ring. The fans love what he intends to bring. When it comes to facing fear, he can sense the end being near. Many fellows have felt this before, which happens to be the Gore. His eyes can sense a fight that comes around every night. I remember his rivalry with Christian Cage. My God, that was a bitter war to be waged. Rhino is the last dude you want to test. He will break your ass. Actually, I'm going to say this right. He will break your ass like the rest. And here's a picture of my favorite dude back in the old TNA days. Gore! 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 Long live the War Machine. Rhino. Alright, let me see if I can find another poem for us to enjoy. Actually, I believe I have another poem someone we all know, especially in NXT. I had him for last month as February on my calendar. And to be honest with you, this dude is a very cool dude. A very phenomenal dude. Actually, I want to say phenomenal, a very amazing dude. He's just like Prince. I can see why he grew up idolizing him back then. Alright. This dude, let's see, last time we saw him, the Undisputed Era took him out after he showed a picture of Roderick Strong naked without a title. And Strong, after being embarrassed by that dude, showed his true colors by having him and the rest of his Undisputed Era squad take him out. I remember him saying this: there will be direct, severe consequences. You do not want to screw with me. And we didn't see this dude for pretty much 5 months. He was out with a back injury. I kept thinking he was going to come back as Ciampa's fourth mystery partner at last year's War Games, but that didn't happen. He was still out. And then we saw a promo that said 2-5-20. And I was wondering, what did that mean? So until one day, I remember I was watching television, I remember 2-5-20. And then as the circles were like straight together in a line, they came together like they were in a triangle. And then I looked at my calendar and saw someone's glass. I was like, wait a minute, he's coming back. And I remember telling my best friend that he'll be coming back to NXT. And that night on NXT, on February 5th, 2020, he came back. Just when you thought the Undisputed Era thought nothing was going to stop them as ever, there was a promo that showed that 2-5-20 meant that someone had returned. And it turns out this dude was right behind Undisputed Era, and he went straight after them. Yeah, going after them one by one. And also, he made it personal with Roderick Strong when he put Strong's wife and child on his ring gear. Not to mention, it really got Strong not only livid, but very, very irate as ever. Strong was so livid that he was really ready to erupt. Like how can I say this? He was gonna do more than hurt Velveteen Dream. He was gonna try to break him straight into pieces. Now the dude, actually, let me correct that. Strong wanted to break this dude. He was gonna break him. He was gonna hurt him even more. He wanted to do more than hurt him. He wanted to break this dude straight into pieces. So the dude I am about to read a poem to you about happens to be the dude that will face Adam Cole for the NXT World Title once this quarantine era comes to an end. Yeah, this dude that Adam Cole will be finding himself facing for the world title will be no other than the dude I'm about to read a poem about. The dude that Adam Cole's going to be facing with the NXT World Title happens to be no other than the Velveteen Dream. That's right. One of my favorite NXT fellows that I enjoy watching all the time. The Velveteen Dream. The same dude that captured the NXT North American title and had a very good run with it until Undisputed Era's mighty enforcer, Roderick Strong, put that to an end. But the Dream, like I said, still had a very good run with that title. So here we go, as I read you this poem based on my favorite NXT fellow, who I hope to get his shirt someday. The Velveteen Dream. The Velveteen Dream is a very phenomenal dude. He brought a new persona for his attitude. This fellow grew up idolizing Prince, becoming just like him ever since. A lot of people chant his name, while he remains the very same. He's like NXT's Bret the Hitman Hart ready to fight, coming to the ring with full delight. He always arrived with every wonderful ring gear. I remember the Statue of Liberty from last year. He caught the NXT North American title on his quest to become a champion like the rest. He has a finisher named after Prince's song, Purple Rain. You all remember Purple Rain? Purple rain, 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 rain. A way to deliver the pain. The Velveteen Dream is an amazing dude. Of the decade. Someone NXT would never trade. Get ready as I show you a picture of one of my favorite NXT fellows to see every Wednesday night on NXT. The Velveteen Dream. I know he says dream on. He would sometimes say dream over. That's him, the Velveteen Dream. All right. Alright, I'm going to reread you the Journey of Autism poem because I know I read it in the first video that I made, but I never showed you the picture on the back. So allow me to reread this to you guys again so you'll know so you can see the picture that I should have shown in the first video in the first place. Alright. The Journey of Autism by me. The journey has been difficult to face. You start to wonder, where is the grace? Reality has been very cold, not to mention the truth is always told. The world has made you feel very alone, as if you become nothing but an abandoned stone. I have been in your place before, the one thing you wish to never adore. Society wishes you didn't exist, not even on Earth's list. Autism is a beautiful gift in my mind, a gift I will never leave behind. People think this disorder will ruin anything, a suggestion of what it will bring. Autism has made me of who I am today. I will never trade for anything else all the way. The time has come to open the gate. Say hello to the new fate. A new landscape will spread very wide. There is absolutely nothing to hide. I dedicate this poem straight to everyone on the autism spectrum to let you know that you are not alone. Autism is a beautiful gift to have, and not only to have as a gift, but a gift that will make you feel very special. Get ready as I show you the picture that represents the journey of autism. Oh, whoa, crap. I'm so sorry about that. Let me try that. I'm so sorry about that. Let me try that again. Sorry. Damn. There you have it, my friends. A heart puzzle. Yep, the heart puzzle that represents the journey of autism. Oh boy. All right. Let's see if I can find more wrestling characters that I know. All right, I have one of my favorite female NXT superstars. You first saw her in the Mae Young Classic tournament, and then when she came, and during her time off, during her time training for the second one. During her time training, she got injured, and then when she came back for the second annual Mae Young Classic tournament, she got injured after she tried to go for a dive, which caused her other knee to be pretty much dislocated. Yeah. And then she came back after getting healed and pretty much getting her knee right back to the way it was. Yeah. She spent time getting her knee healed and pretty much came back to the ring as the fans missed her very much. So I went also this is the same woman that's been trying to get her hands on Dakota Kai ever since the backstabbing incident back at War Games last year. Not to mention that the New Zealand brat has a new enforcer, who I didn't expect to see coming, now known as Raquel Gonzalez, who really needs to be taken care of someday. So here I go as I reach this point on one of my favorite NXT female superstars. Yep, I know her nickname is known as the girl with the shiniest wizard. I also call her, I came up with this one myself. I call her the Welsh Wizard because she is from Wales, and plus the jacket she wears that represents Captain Marvel, she's a Welsh Captain Marvel. So the Welsh Wizard is a poem based on my favorite NXT female superstar, Tegan Knox. So here we go. The Welsh Wizard by me. Tegan Knox is a Welsh wizard with no fear. Her eyes tell she is ready for a fight every year. The ring is where she does her famous dive, sending her straight into hyperdrive. I remember the injury she really sustained when her knee was in pain, but that didn't stop her from coming back. She found herself on the healing track. Taking time off to get her knee healed, the plan was to make a comeback for real. I see Tegan with rising fire, which is something to totally admire. Wales is proud to have a Captain Marvel on their side, who continues making the landscape very wide. Tegan has found her rising fate that no one can ever desecrate. The Welsh Wizard has arrived. Allow me to show you a picture of her and the flag of her country. That's right, that's the Welsh Wizard herself, with the flag of Wales behind her. Tegan Knox. Alright. Now let's see if I can find another female NXT. Yeah, I think I have another one that happens to be my favorite too. She and Tegan are best friends. They're like sisters. Alright, here's one. She really earned this nickname from Mara Ronaldo because she is tenacious as ever. Yep, and I thank Mara Ronaldo for that nickname. I thank him for giving her that nickname. Yeah, which is the name of the poem I'm about to read to you guys. She's very phenomenal. She's amazing. She is no stranger to the ring. Knows how to fight very much, and let's just say she happens to be the wife of somebody that you're all really pissed and mad at, even pretty much hating right now. Yeah, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, or as I like to call him, Johnny Moron. Yep. Yeah, so this poem is based on Candice LeRae, as I like to call her by the nickname, Tenacious C. That's right. Tenacious C. Actually, yeah, C, like this. Yeah, Tenacious C. Tenacious C by me. Candice LeRae is ready for a fight every year. She proves why she is not afraid of fear. This woman is always ready to bring a fight, whether it's crazy, hard hitting, or not very bright. I remember her stepping inside a very huge cage. Hold on, let me start over. Yeah, I remember her stepping inside a very huge cage when a merciless and cold-blooded war was waged. When a merciless and cold-blooded war was waged. She would go to the top to go for a rising dive and a way of trying to survive. Candace had a stinging rivalry with Io Shirai before. Yep, Io Shirai. Her once best friend until after losing to Shayna Baszler to capturing the NXT Women's title, Io Shirai just showed true colors and let everyone know that she had it, and she couldn't get the job done, and that was it. So she just showed her true colors. Now you see Io Shirai as a nemesis like you've never seen before. Yeah, Candice had a stinging rivalry with Io Shirai before. Their grudge match was personal as in store. NXT is proud to have her in the fighting landscape, who is no stranger to taking a scrape. She knows what it's like to grow a spine, with wrestling being with wrestling being redefined. A war is always calling her name as she is ready to step in NXT's battle game. Let me try it. As she's ready to step in NXT's battle game. All right, let me show you a picture of another picture of one of my I'm going to show you a picture of my favorite, another favorite of I'm just going to say this. I'm going to show you a picture of my second favorite NXT female superstar, Tenacious C, Candice LeRae. That's right, Tenacious C, at your service. All right, let's see what the diagram I can read to you guys. All right. All right, my friends. I have another poem, and this goes to my my old program that I would visit every once in a while. I haven't visited them lately because I've been busy with other stuff, but I hope I do someday as this quarantine incident comes to an end. Right now, I wrote a poem about them last year after I couldn't stop thinking about Avengers Endgame, and I pictured us as heroes taking on a nemesis who would do anything to get her hands on Mother Earth. So allow me to show you this. Allow me to read you this poem I'm about to read to you guys. I call this poem, which is based on the program I would visit every once in a while, and I hope they like this one too. This one is called Focus versus Shadow Witch. Shadow Witch, yeah. Focus versus Shadow Witch. Yeah, Focus in the poem are the heroes, and their main nemesis is Shadow Witch, who wants to get her hands on Mother Earth as ever. So allow me to read this poem about this one, guys. Focus versus Shadow Witch. An evil nemesis has risen from the shade. She wants Earth to no other than fade. People will be frightened by fear. The time has come to put on our gear. You can tell a storm has been awake. Watch as the water rises in the lake. Earth is about to be broken for real. Shadow Witch is after 3 stones to steal. Having all the shadows around Earth is her plan, while forming a severe and dangerous clan. We may have vowed to protect those we love and care. It's us against Shadow Witch and her new nightmare. We will not run or hide. We are ready to collide. This is the very final stage. Welcome to the war that was waged. Heroes versus Nemesis. Welcome to the final battle. And I'm about to show you right now what I have here. Hang on. Yeah, I got it. You'll see the focus. You'll see the focus hero. You'll see the logo representing their symbol. And you'll see the raven that represents their nemesis, Shadow Witch. Yep, this is them. Right? Yeah, these are the pictures right here that go with the poem. Just to let you guys know. All right. Let's see if I can find another poem for us to enjoy. I'll keep going. All right, I have another poem for you guys to enjoy. This one is pretty much what you would see in wrestling whenever a rivalry or a feud has really gotten out of hand, and the only way that can be settled is inside. The only that can be settled is inside something big, terrifying, and pretty much huge as ever. So picture yourself with a rivalry getting out of hand, and there was only one way to settle it, and that would be inside a 15-foot high steel cage. Nowadays, the steel cage kind of it used to be 15 foot high, and now you take a look what it looks like. Yeah, so the name of the poem I'm about to read to you guys is called Steel Cage Punishment. So get ready as I read this to you guys. Every time I step inside a steel cage, you can smell a war being waged. The minute you try to escape, you are given more than a scrape. Blood is always spilled when you have written your last will. With the nightmare coming this year, this cage will introduce you straight to fear. Imagine the blood all over your face, as if you have fallen with disgrace. When a rivalry has gotten this far, you will find yourself with a severe scar. You are walking into a house made of steel, something you have never felt. The materials are brought into play. Now will be a good time to pray. The punishment is about to be alive. The question is, how will you survive? The punishment is coming. And this is the picture of the punishment. That's right, my friends. Get a load of the steel cage. All right. Let's see. All right, my friends, I have one that's pretty much on something that we all listen to all the time, and I enjoy this one very much. This one is based on rock music, which keeps us going whenever we have to deal with reality or pretty much everything that pretty much stands in our that pretty much stands in our way as ever. So I call this poem "The Rise of Rock." Every time I listen to rock, there's always an ultimate shock. Rock music is the one thing we hear, which comes around every year. The music understands what we face when it comes to reality in this trace. I remember every rock band very well. There are so many to say and tell. Linkin Park represented the anthem, creating something new to the system. 3 Day Grace was Canada's best, coming along on their quest. Don't forget about Creed, who became rock's rolling seed. Papa Roach made us feel alive, something we would all thrive. Avenged Sevenfold love fueling the fire that could never be expired. Motorhead, you all remember Motorhead very much. The same band that sang Triple H's theme song. Yep. And the same dude, the same band that pretty much sang the 2008 theme song for Unforgiven many years ago. Motorhead was rock's favorite charge. Picture them coming to the door to barge. Picture them coming to the door to barge. Rock music would help us heal, with many songs to reveal. And here's a picture of my favorite band that I miss very much, especially the lead singer of the band. Linkin Park, my friends. And you'll see on the bottom, from 2000 to 2017. 2017 was the year that they lost Chester Bennington. That was the worst thing that ever happened as ever. Alright, give me 1 second, my friends. Try to see if I can find another one to read. Alright, I believe I have another poem. I think this will be the last one. I have one on Ring of Honor's French Canadian Frankenstein that a lot of people love very much. I mean, the dude's in his 50s, and last year he scored something so big after scoring the Ring of Honor World Tag Team title. It was also time to score another title he's never held before, and that's when he scored the Ring of Honor World title after defeating Rush at last year's final battle. So this poem is based on, like I said, the French Canadian Frankenstein himself, PCO. A dude I really took a liking because he's really come a long way. Back in 2018, he joined Villain Enterprises with Mari Skrull and Brody King. That's when Villain Enterprises was born and made. And then here he is being the Ring of Honor World Champion. I mean, that was a huge goal to accomplish as ever, especially in his wrestling career at being somewhere in his 50s. So here we go as I read you this poem. PCO, Canada's Frankenstein. Canada is proud to have a wrestler at his best, being put through every ultimate test. PCO enjoys being awake when it comes to competition at its stake. This French-Canadian Frankenstein can't be broken. The truth has been very much spoken. I've seen a shocking moonsault from this dude, who has nothing to exclude. He scored a major title at ROH's final battle last year, which made the big picture very clear. His pal Destro would have him revamp as they stood on top of the ramp. PCO will never fade. For a fellow in his 50s, His wrestling career has risen to be shockingly made. He may not be human, but he is a creature looking for a delicate treasure. I give you my friends, the French Canadian Frankenstein. This is him, my. Oh, sorry about that. This is him, my friends, the French Canadian Frankenstein. And I believe that ends it for today, this morning. Yeah, I believe that ends it for this morning. So I just wanted to make another one to see how you guys are doing. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you're staying very healthy, staying very clean, and like I said, very safe as ever. I promise you, this will come to an end, and I hope this kept you guys entertained, occupied while you're in your homes. As you're in your homes today, while you're in your homes today. Thank God it's Friday. I know a lot of people would say that, but you know what? It's Friday. Just think of something wonderful to do for today, just to keep yourselves entertained and occupied as ever. Okay? Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.